Praying for God to make a way from no way means accepting the work God has for us in the way-making. Our psalm for today is attributed to Moses. In it, the author spends 97% of the time recounting how great, powerful, righteous, and just God is, while highlighting humanity's insignificance and sinfulness. Over and over again, the writer tells of God's wrath and anger, which to our ears is hard to understand. But recently, I heard the helpful definition from James D. Smart saying, God's love, resisted, is felt as wrath. God is powerful, great, righteous, and just in God's love. And when we resist that love the way that the Israelites did in the wilderness as Moses was trying to lead them, it's felt as wrath and anger. In the midst of laying out the cycle of God's love and our resistance, the writer pleads with God for compassion, for wisdom, and for salvation. And finally, the writer concludes with the petition for God to prosper the work of our hands. Acknowledging God's greatness and accepting God's grace and love opens our eyes to the way that God is making out of no way in our life and in the life of the world. But once we see the way, we have work to do. We participate in the way-making, and God will enable us to do so by God's grace. How are you participating in making a way out of no way with God?